Now yield to the gentleman from California, Mr. Miller.
But this article shall not apply to any person holding the office of President when this article was proposed by the Congress, and shall not prevent any person who may be holding the office of President or acting as President during the term within which the article becomes operative from holding the office of President or acting as President during the remainder of such term.
Now yield to the gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Fleming.
Section 2. This article shall be inoperative unless it shall have been ratified as an amendment to the Constitution by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states within 7 years from the date of its submission to the states by the Congress.
And now yield to the gentleman from California, Mr. Garamendi.
Amendment 23, passed by Congress June 16, 1960, ratified March 29, 1961. Section 1. The district constituting the seat of government of the United States shall appoint in such manner as Congress may direct a number of electors of President and Vice President equal to the whole number of senators and representatives in Congress to which the district would be entitled if it were a state.
And now yield to the gentleman from California, Mr. Royce.
But in no event more than the least populous state. They shall be in addition to those appointed by the states, but they shall be considered, for the purposes of the election of President and Vice President, to be electors appointed by a state, and they shall meet in the district and perform such duties as provided by the 12th Article of Amendment. Section 2. The Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation.
I now yield to the gentleman from Connecticut, Mr. Courtney.
Amendment 24, passed by Congress August 27, 1962, ratified January 23, 1964. Section 1. The right of citizens of the United States to vote in any primary or other election for President or Vice President, for electors for President or Vice President, or for Senator or Representative in Congress shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state by the reason of failure to pay poll tax or other tax. Section 2. The Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation.
Now yield to the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Dent.
Amendment 25, passed by Congress July 6, 1965. Section 1. In case of the removal of the President from office or his death or resignation, the Vice President shall become President. Section 2. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the Vice President, the President shall nominate a Vice President who shall take office upon confirmation by a majority vote of both houses of Congress.
Now yield to the gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. Langford.
Whenever the President transmits to the President pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of the Representatives his written declaration that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, and until he transmits to them a written declaration to the contrary, such powers and duties shall be discharged by the Vice President as acting President.
Now yield to the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Murphy.
Section 4. Whenever the